We don't think that's what the producers had in mind. Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 Wheel of Fortune puzzle fails.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are the stars of America's game.
For this list, we're looking at the worst, most hilarious, and most perplexing fails in Wheel of Fortune history. Number 20. Mustard-filled chocolate eclair. What do you think is the best filling in a chocolate eclair? Whipped cream? Vanilla pudding? Custard? Yeah, those are all great. But have you ever tried them with mustard? This puzzle was pretty obvious. It was clear it was a something-filled chocolate eclair, and the letters of the first word contained S-T-A-R-D. Most people would tell you that it's a custard-filled chocolate eclair. But not this contestant, who went with the infinitely more disgusting mustard-filled chocolate eclair.
$5,100, Shane. What do you want to do?
I'll solve.
Go ahead.
Mustard-filled chocolate eclair.
Hey, you know what they say, don't knock it till you try it. The audience clearly knocked it, as the silly answer generated immediate laughs and a quick no from Mr. Sajak.
No, that is not correct.
Number 19. Cellphone charter. We have trouble believing anybody out there hasn't at least heard of that nifty device we use to power up our phones.
Sam, a letter. H. 2 H's.
After correctly putting 2 H's on the board, and with the puzzle almost complete, Sam attempted the obvious solve. He got 2 words in and paused, however. Then this happened.
Charter. Sound like English as a second language.
One of his fellow contestants got a kick out of it, and even Pat Sajak got a jab in before the puzzle was correctly solved. With the way cell phone contracts can be, though, maybe having a cell phone charter isn't a bad idea. Number 18. Start in the right way. You see those clues they give at the bottom of the puzzle? Sometimes, well, pretty much always, they are important. Case in point, this puzzle, where contestant Charmaine didn't seem to notice or remember that the category is things.
I'd like to solve the puzzle.
Okay.
Start in the right way.
No, that is not correct.
You see, the hint clearly means that the answer is a noun, not an action. Sadly, the contestant missed that memo and overlooked that the N was already there, resulting in this misstep. She may have started this puzzle in the right way, but she ended it in embarrassment.
Stars in the night sky.
Yeah, that's it. You again.
Number 17. All-you-can-eat tape bar. Seriously, what is with these people? First with the mustard eclairs, now with the all-you-can-eat tables and tape. This all-you-can-eat taco bar puzzle practically solved itself. All that was missing were the 2 O's. However, the contestants were at a total loss with taco. They awkwardly stumbled over the word and threw in table as a possible answer before going with what sounds like tape bar.
400.
C.
Well, you pulled out a good one there. 2 C's. And the rest are vowels. Can you solve it?
All you can eat tape bar.
Sorry.
It was wrong. The puzzle then went to Kyle and Brad, who frankly couldn't believe their luck and quickly solved the mystery. Taco bars sound way more fun and delicious than tape bars.
All you can eat taco bar.
There you go.
Number 16. Exclusive nightclub. It's hard to imagine not knowing the answer to this one.
Oh, my. A G? Did you say G? Yes, there's a G.
A contestant from the Air Force managed to snag the $10,000 wedge sandwiched between 2 bankrupts and correctly guessed a G, but it was all downhill from there. After spinning again to the audience's surprise and narrowly avoiding the bankrupt wedge, she asked for the letter K.
A K.
The look on Pat Sajak's face said it all. We don't know what an exclusive nightclub is, but for a puzzle with only 2 letters left, we expected better. Number 15. Who said anything about a horse? This specific puzzle could make for a great study into the concept of groupthink. Once one person says it, everyone else starts believing it. During this what are you doing puzzle, Lee guessed the answer riding a brown horse. It was a decent guess, but it was wrong.
Riding a brown horse. That's amazing, and it's wrong.
Unfortunately, it put horse into the next team's head. Following that, a female contestant guessed riding a white horse, Old Testament style.
Riding a white horse?
This caused Sajak to drop his arms in confusion, shake his head, and walk off the set before returning to ask, who said anything about a horse? The answer ended up being seeing a buddy movie. We think riding a white horse is cooler.
Who said anything about a horse?
Number 14, miners and hoes. Back in the Ken Jennings days of Jeopardy, he made a pretty famous goof when he answered, "What is a hoe?"
This term for a long-handled gardening tool can also mean an immoral pleasure seeker. Ken?
What's a hoe?
No. Whoa! Whoa!
Turns out that Wheel of Fortune has its own hoe answer, and it's even funnier. During the toss-up puzzle, Kareem guessed miners and hoes, causing Pat Sajak to audibly laugh while saying no. Kareem realized he'd made a hilarious blunder as he too doubled over in laughter.
Kareem.
Miners and hoes. No.
Well, if you can't laugh at yourself, what makes it even better is that miners doesn't have enough letters to fill out the puzzle. FYI, the answer ended up being fingers and toes. That is much safer for national television, but it is nowhere near as fun or as funny. Number 13, Popsicle bike. There's just so much wrong with this one that we don't even know where to start. First, the clue is living thing, and this woman guessed popsicle bike.
It's a living thing.
And for that matter, what on earth is a popsicle bike? Secondly, the first word has way too many letters to be popsicle. Thirdly, there is no O, Y, or K in popsicle. And lastly, the second word has an S in it, so it's clearly not bike.
Popsicle bike.
But we shouldn't judge. This show is probably a lot harder once you're actually there, the cameras are on you, and real money's on the line. But this has to be one of the worst Wheel of Fortune answers ever. Number 12, a group of pill pushers. Here's what happens when you forget that Wheel of Fortune is a family show. After guessing the letter P and having one appear, Joe attempted to solve the puzzle.
There is a P. People, your time starts now.
A group of pill pushers?
To be fair, the words fit perfectly, but he should have known that that's not the answer because there was only one P up there. Well, that, and Wheel isn't known for their drug-related puzzles. Joe got an earful from Pat, but then one of his fellow contestants made another wrong guess before it was finally solved as a group of well-wishers.
This is Wheel of Fortune, Joe!
A group of wheel wishes.
A group of well-wishers.
Yeah, that's it.
Number 11, supper and cereal bowl. If there's one thing Wheel of Fortune contestants are continuously punished for, it's bad pronunciation. Well, that and bad spelling, of course. And in this case, it's both.
Supper and cereal bowl. No, that is not correct.
This same name clue was shaping up to be super and cereal bowl, and the contestant had every letter but the P and the W. However, she thought the answer was supper and cereal bowl. It's a double whammy of a fail. Not only did she mispronounce the answer, but she thought S-U-P-E-R was how you spelled supper. And besides, surely Super Bowl makes much more sense than Supper Bowl. Number 10, Fish Love. Now this is an undeniable Wheel of Fortune classic.
Vanna, when you're ready.
The $3,000 toss-up was a thing, and the letters consisted of L, I, S, and H. This caused Edgar to buzz in with one of the best and most hilarious answers of all time.
Edgar.
Fish love? Sorry.
To Edgar's credit, the first word really does look like fish. Not to his credit, we don't think Wheel of Fortune would ever have fish love as one of its puzzles. The answer caused both Edgar and Pat to crack up, and no one even paid attention to Jenny's correct guess of wish list. Sorry, Jenny, but everyone is too fixated on that sweet fish love. Number 9, Surf Clay Where We Go. We get it, toss-up puzzles can be pretty stressful, and your mind's gotta go into hyperdrive when all those letters appear one by one.
All yours, Ms. White. Go, Jason.
Girl Scout girls?
No, that's a videotape series. Okay, everybody else.
One thing's for sure though, if you don't know the answer, don't make a guess that doesn't fit. This is advice that contestant Steven should have heeded, as he mistook the song lyrics Surf City Here We Come as this.
Steven.
Surf play, where we go?
No.
We'll give him a pass on not recognizing lyrics from a 50-plus-year-old beach song, but the entire last half of his guess didn't even fit. Not to mention the fact that the last word is already filled in. Maybe someone needed some R&R in Surf City. Number 8, Regis Philbin and Kelly Ripa. You're in luck. This entry is 3 fails in 1. While all 3 Armed Forces contestants did pretty well filling out the letters of the puzzle, sometimes you need every single letter to be able to solve.
2 P's.
Like to solve the puzzle, please?
All right.
Okay, scratch that. We guess even with every letter on the board, it's still kind of tough if you've never even heard of these people.
Regis Philbin and Kelly Ripa.
No, I'm sorry. We can't accept that.
And when they finally pronounced Regis Philbin and Kelly Ripa's names correctly, our favorite host threw shade at the morning TV hosts.
Well, we had a Philbin, we had a Philman, we had a Ripa. And you guys think you're so hot in the morning, huh?
We're willing to bet that cable TV isn't that popular with the military. Number 7, self-potato. The toss-up rounds on Wheel of Fortune are great. The timed aspect and the rush to be the first to answer result in some truly hilarious and bizarre answers.
All right, we have a $3,000 toss-up coming up. Thing is the category. Players are ready, band is ready, and here we go.
In this $3,000 round, the thing in question was self-portrait. However, Lolita clearly panicked and said,
Lolita.
Oh, self-potato? Sorry.
No.
It's a totally nonsensical answer, made even better by the fact that the second word is clearly not potato. To her credit, Lolita immediately recognized her blunder and smiled her way through the answer in embarrassment. Pat was quick to reassure her that blunders like that are totally normal, but that can't stop us from having fun with it. Number 6, Spider-Woman. We can blame some fails just on nerves. This nearly completed puzzle should have been solved with the DC Comics superheroes Superman and Wonder Woman. After successfully guessing a letter, the contestant got a little mixed up, however.
So?
We'd like to solve the puzzle.
Go ahead.
Superman and Spider-Woman.
No.
We believe he did know the correct answer, as he blurted it out right after, but it was too late. Our best guess is that he initially thought the first word was Spider-Man, and the web slinger stayed in his head just long enough to confuse him. Well, here's hoping his teammate didn't take it too hard. Number 5, Magic Jand. This one took place in the bonus round, so the stakes are high. Contestant Zach got lucky with his chosen letters and is only missing 2 to complete the puzzle.
I believe every letter you called is in this puzzle.
Not recognizing the second word, Zach seemed to go through the entire alphabet until he hit the letter, even guessing non-words like jand. He finally got to W and guessed wand right after the buzzer sounded.
Magic hand, magic band, magic yan, sand, van, canned, jand, panned, fan, band, wand, oh!
Don't feel too bad though. Despite his disappointment, he still won over $19,000. Number 4, Sneaky Dwarf. Surely by this point we all know the names of the famous 7 dwarves, right? Unfortunately, this contestant did not.
Dopey, grumpy, doc, bashful, happy, sneaky, and sleepy.
I'm sorry.
The characters in question were obviously the 7 dwarves, and this contestant did know that. However, when it came time for Sneezy, she said sneaky instead. To make matters worse, that's not even how you spell sneaky. It was a major blow, and you could even hear the audience groan in disappointment. The puzzle then went to another contestant, who answered it correctly for a whopping $5,000.
Well, please do it properly.
Dopey, grumpy, doc, bashful, happy, sneezy, and sleepy.
Yeah.
Number 3, A Streetcar Naked Desire. We don't want to know where the contestant's head was for this one. What's worse is the puzzle is only missing 1 letter. After spinning the wheel, contestant Kevin knew he had a choice between 2 words, naked or named. You can see where this is going.
K.
The best part might be the reaction from a shocked and chagrined audience member. Kevin was later invited on Ellen, where it was revealed that neither he nor his wife had heard of the play.
Did you know Streetcar Named Desire?
I didn't.
Okay, well, y'all are perfect for each other.
He ended up the winner, though, as Ellen gave him $5,000 in redemption money after playing a game on her show. Number 2, I Have the Wine by Johnny Cash. Ah yes, Johnny Cash's memorable I Have the Wine. It's a classic, right? Obviously, this song and artist clue was I Walk the Line by Johnny Cash, and a jackpot of nearly $10,000 was on the line.
Y'all gonna blow this tour. You can't walk no line.
That's an enormous amount of money for Wheel of Fortune, and in our opinion, there were more than enough letters on the board to make this one a cinch. However, the contestant clearly didn't know the song, and rushed by Pat Sajak's reminder of the $10,000 jackpot, blurted out I Have the Wine by Johnny Cash.
If you could solve the puzzle right now, there is a jackpot of nearly $10,000 in addition to the money you have. If not, you have to either buy a vowel or spin the wheel.
I'll solve the puzzle.
Go ahead.
I Have the Wine by Johnny Cash.
That is not correct. I'm sorry.
Hey, at least she got the artist correct. And we're sure Johnny Cash did have some wine in his day. Unfortunately, he did not write this song about it. I just want to be clear that for the most part, I don't judge people who fail on game shows. The pressure has gotta be tough to deal with. That being said, these do crack me up in spite of myself. And as someone who has to read and pronounce things right for a living, I really do facepalm at our number one. So let's look through some honorable or dishonorable mentions, and then we can judge, laugh at, or support our top pick for wheel fails.
I'd like to solve the puzzle.
Okay.
Boozing my shore excursion.
No.
I'd like to solve the puzzle, Pat.
Okay.
Go tell it on the mountain boat.
L. Alana.
L.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Mythological hero Achilles. This one hurts the most because everything worked out so well for our contestant Julian, but he just couldn't nail the finish.
Let's spin, Pat.
After obtaining the $1 million wedge to start his journey towards obscene cash, he guessed all the letters to actually complete the full puzzle. All he had to do was then say it to solve it. And say it he did, with a ton of confidence to boot.
Can I solve?
Oh, well, that'd be a good idea, yeah.
Mythological hero Achilles.
We can't accept that.
Okay.
However, it wasn't accepted, and when a fellow contestant pronounced it correctly, a humiliated Julian had to stand beside Pat Sajak as the host explained what happened. It's safe to say the Greek gods were not smiling down on Julian that day. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.